Good morning, 7th class. How are you today's morning? I hope you are all well. Let's start today's lesson. It is on Australia. Let's start from the political division of Australia. I'm just going to take 1 minute. First, I'm going to start Western Australia. Its capital is Perth and also important city. Okay. Western Australia to Northern Territory. It's a territory, not a state. And Northern Territory's capital is Darwin and also important city. Down Northern Territory, South Australia. South Australia's capital is Adelaide. Okay, then up again Queensland. Queensland's capital is Brisbane. Queensland down New South Wales. New South Wales capital is Sydney. And here is one more important thing, Canberra. Canberra Union Territory and also the capital of Australia. Down we have Victoria. Victoria's capital is Melbourne. Victoria's to down Tasmania. In this one is Bass Strait. This is Tasmania. Tasmania's capital is Hobart. Like Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, you people are very familiar to these names. Okay, so these are the 6 states and 2 union territory of Australia. Now comes on the physical division of Australia. On the basis of physical division, we divided the Australia into 3 important parts. First is Eastern Highlands, number 2 Central Lowlands, and number 3 is Western Plateau. Now let's discuss one by one. First is Eastern Highlands or the Great Dividing Range. The name is Eastern Highlands, so obviously it is in the east part. It is worked like these mountains like a arc. You can see it's like a arc and it is parallel to the east coast. This is the east part of the Australia. So these are the Great Dividing Range. So it starts from the east. It starts from the east up here north. So it down from here starts from the east. It's like a arc, you can see, and it is parallel to the east coast. Okay, and here we have this part includes, in this one we have plateau and mountain ranges. Here mountains are not that high. Average height of the mountains is 900 meter. And here we have one important mountain Kosciuszko. What's the name of mountain? Kosciuszko mountain. It is the highest mountain here and its height is 2230 meter. This is the highest mountain in the Australia and in the Australian Eastern Highlands. And here we have 3 important mountain ranges. One is New England, Blue Mountains and Australia Alps. And Murray-Darling rivers also originate from the Eastern Highlands. Murray River originates from the Australian Alps. Let's see these important ranges on the map also again. Here you can see this is the New England range, this is Blue Mountains and this is the Australian Alps. Murray rivers originate from the Australian Alps. These are the 3 important mountain range of the Australia, Eastern Highlands and also from the Australia. As this is the eastern part and here we have Great Australian Highlands and this side coast area. Here most of the population concentrated on the east area because here we will get the most rainfall and this area is also rich in minerals. So people likes to stay in this area, eastern part of the Australia. And one eastern part's most important mountain, I told you before also, Kosciuszko Mountains. You can see the Kosciuszko Mountains and its height is 2230 meter. Eastern Highlands or the Great Dividing Range covers the dry hot interiors of Australia from the rain-bearing clouds from the Pacific Ocean. Because it stops to come the rainfall or clouds to come to go to that interior. Okay, even then these mountains also divide the fertile coastal plains from the dry interiors. As you see in the map, this is Eastern Highland. It starts from the here east and up to come down to the Southeast Asia. So these area is a fertile land and this is the interior is dry and desert. So these Great Dividing Range, it's divide the Australia into two parts. This is fertile land and this is hot dry interiors of the Australia. And other features of this Eastern Highland, it's in the winter these mountains are covered with snow, so it is a great tourist attraction. So people come for skiing and to see this place. Okay, so it's a great tourist place also, and it is the terrain of the Eastern Highland is rugged, means it's uneven. It's a rocky place and it is uneven. It is not smooth. Okay, and it is marked with gorges and gaps. Here we will get eucalyptus forest and also some minerals also. And one more thing, important thing I want to explain here, the rain shadow effect. Why in Australia we have rain shadow effect, and it is due to the Great Dividing Range. So due to that Great Dividing range, interior of Australia and western side of Australia don't get most of the rainfall. It is due to the rain shadow effect. Rain shadow, what is rain shadow effect? Now see, this is mountains and plateaus, and this side is plain area or eastern area. So winds, this is here we will see prevailing winds go upwards here. So when temperature is high, evaporation happens, and due to evaporation air has water vapor, and when wind goes up, prevailing winds goes up, these mountains directed them to upwards, so it's get cooled down and then we will get rainfall. So what most of the rainfall we will get here. So due to the effect of windward, this side we will get the windward. Due to windward we will get the most rainfall here. So when this is these great Eastern Highlands, it's a work like a barrier. It stops the wind to move this side, and and we can say that some winds go there, but it is dry winds, because most of the rainfalls happen this side. So dry winds will go that side. So this is the leeward effect. This side you can see, as we will go far from the eastern side, you can see the desert, and this interior is very hot. Near to the eastern coast, this is little bit, you can see here we will get some rains, because due to Murray and Darling river basins, and due to some rains they will get. So this area is also little bit fertile. Here we will get river basins here. But as we will go to the west side and more interior, we have hot and desert area. So this is called the rain shadow effect. This side is windward and this one is leeward. I want to show you in the diagram also. See this diagram. This is rain shadow effect diagram. Suppose this is the Eastern Highland mountains and plateaus. This side east area, and this is behind is interior and the western parts. So when prevailing winds go upwards here, the rainfall where will get on this side. This is windwards. As backside, because rain happens this side, so when air moves that side, it is dry airs, no water vapors. So due to this one is leeward effects. Dry air comes this side, and then we will get very less rain, and as we will go far from these mountains, very means seldom rain we will get it, and due to that Western Australia is desert. So it is all about rain shadow effect. If question comes, you have to draw this rain shadow diagram. And in Australia, why we have rain shadow effect? Due to this the Great Dividing Range on Eastern Highlands. Due to these Eastern Highlands, we will get to see the rain shadow effect. This side windward and this side leeward. As we will come here far from these, we will get very less, and most of the interior is hot and desert. So this is leeward effect and this is windward effect. So due to that windward effect, this land is fertile, and this side is little bit fertile, and this side not at all. Mostly desert and hot. Outskirts of this one is little bit fertile, but mostly interior, central is dry and desert. So it is all about the Eastern Highlands. Okay, in next lesson we will discuss the central lowlands and western plateau. Thank you for today's lesson.